Greetings. We're back once again. As always, I am Russ Hatfield. I am joined by my twin soul Kara, who is a higher dimensional member of Ashtar Command and ambassador to Sirius. The channeling session for November was recorded in February of 1993 and channeled by Mark Crocker. And what we have for you is two sessions 3 days apart back in 1993. The first is on Valentine's Day and the second is on the 17th of February. It's called Poetry Reading and an Astral Travel Primer because on side 1, a poem was read and side 2 has Tia giving us the basics of astral travel. Together, it is just under 90 minutes and features the four main speakers of Omal, Tia, Kiri, and Kara. The common themes seem to be farsighting to the base, Sirius, and locations down here. A fuller summary can be found at our link at our homepage below. Now, for a fuller transcript of this latest channeling session, please go to our main homepage at hadesbasenews.com. We invite you to subscribe to be kept informed of future postings on our YouTube channel from the members of Ashtar Command. And now we present our latest entry into the Hades Base archives, Poetry Reading and an Astral Travel Primer.
Hi, file citing Section 4, February the 14th. Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes. I wasn't that a little surprised.
I don't know if little could quite fit in with the term there.
Mm-hmm. I was surprised for you guys and us.
Major surprise. Quite pleasant, actually.
Pity she couldn't stay for the channeling.
She's not ready for that yet.
No.
She's got a little ways to go still. She's on her way.
Mm-hmm. And what did we say all those months ago?
You were to work on it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Actually, because it's so late, we're not going to do a sighting session. Because the plan was for you to come up here. But because it's late, and we understand that certain individuals have changed their work routine, we won't be able to do that. So tonight is a free night.
Good.
Is that all right?
That's perfectly fine.
Okay.
So I'm a little confused now anyway. I don't even know where to start.
Yeah. Well, we're having we're having a conversation with our mole as well. So you'll have to excuse my little bit of distractedness as he is prodding and poking me for me to get down to business. And okay. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, that's a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to know more about the power boost.
The power boost of the negative feedback loop? What do you wish to know?
What is it? How do I get it?
You ride the beam. You suck in energy instead of just doing the negative feedback, using your own energy. You collect energy as well.
Where does the energy come from?
All around you. If you were to do it in here, it would come from the pyramid. If you were to do it in a crowded room, it would come from the other people. Or from the electrical appliances.
How would I visualize the gathering?
You feel it. You feel all the energy surrounding you all the time, correct? So you just collect that and add it to the negative feedback loop.
And where do I funnel that into to feed it into it?
As it comes out of you, instead of keeping it on a tight beam, you let it get fat, and then as it starts to get near to the top of your head, you condense it again. So it comes out narrow, it starts to get wide by picking up the energy around you, and then you condense it down before it
comes back in my body.
correct. And you get your energy boost.
Okay. Now that I'm doing the negative feedback loop,
Mm-hmm.
um, I noticed the key was to keep getting it faster and faster till the body automatically sends it into the brain.
Mm-hmm. It's not actually the body, it is that it is establishing a pattern that reaches a point that doesn't need any more control.
So instead of getting out of control, it goes into my body,
Mm-hmm.
my mind.
Yeah. Because it's at that point that it would go out of control. But because you're funneling it in, it retains its control.
So there's no more need for conscious control of it, really, of
Once,
consciously sending it into my own body.
well, there is a little bit of control needed to keep it going.
Right. That's the only.
But yeah, that's it. You're getting there.
And pushing it faster and faster, will it continue to increase speed for
Mm-hmm.
each automatic jump?
Yeah.
So each time it goes in, it'll be a little bit faster than the time before.
Yep. But once you get up near to the speed where it is nearly maximum, it can't pick up any more speed at that point, but it can carry on picking up energy.
So in other words, it's still the same speed, but more energy.
Yeah, more energy, more energy, more energy.
And what is this doing right now? Describe to my far-sighted capabilities, as far as if you could describe a way of putting it into words I can understand.
That would be a difficult one. Basically, it's like a river. A river starts off in a small single trickle, correct? And then it goes along and it gets wider and wider and wider. Is that a good enough analogy?
It's a perfect analogy.
Mm-hmm.
Where does the river go from me, though? I mean, does it stay only in my brain, or does it spread?
Again, that's a hard one for me to answer. I've never had to explain in any great detail my fast cycling, so I do have difficulty explaining it.
Well, it's only curiosity.
Mm-hmm. We'll let you work that one out, and we will think on it ourselves.
Alright.
Thank
I said I'm a little confused here. I'm having trouble keeping my questions in line.
Well, let them come and say may.
It's a problem. I got so many that they're all jumbling around in my head, and I'm all getting focused in on it to come out. It's a free night, right?
Yeah, hold on a second. We're going to put somebody in that will be able to help you.
Oh, great. This is supposed to help.
Demonstration time. Yeah. Okay.
You're in for a spanking.
Ooh. When you go solid.
Oh, yes, that's anything of inspiration. That'll do it.
Mm-hmm. You've got to remember, I do have serious disadvantage at the moment.
Well, I have to wait. I understand that. That's
Mm-hmm.
perfectly willing to wait. It was very funny at the dentist office. Thank you very much. I
Doctor is in.
was horribly amused. Terrible. How you doing, Gary?
3 guesses.
Not good, huh? Okay, what do you know about telepathy?
What do you want to know? Yes, she was.
Yes. And why?
Yvonne, you can answer that one.
I have to answer that. I come up with answers that seem pretty weird all of a sudden.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear them.
uh, well, what first would be the reason for her coming in the first place?
Which was?
Telepathy.
Mm-hmm.
And poetry.
Mm-hmm. Okay, poetry reading time.
Uh, okay, poetry reading time.
Mm-hmm.
Good, we'll take the short one first.
Okay.
It's called Passionate Need. Alone in darkness, screams all I hear. My only wish is for you to be near. The wish my heart holds, I never let go. Hope for your touch, my cries of woe. A passionate dream keeps me awake. I am what you want, yours to make. Touch me, mold me, I beg you please. But away you fly like a summer's breeze. Come back to me, my love. It's you that I miss. Memories sweet only bring me bliss. Where have you gone? I cry to above. Will you ever see I need your love? Okay?
Mm. Did you kiss her good night?
No, I did not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little confused at this present time.
Mm.
Understandably so.
Oh, we could sit here all night and analyze just the one, but save the other one for a later time.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
She's looking for companionship again. She's missing the link, the bond. The bond with you, the bond with us. She's still a little bit scared.
Scared of what? Not quite sure.
Scared of herself.
What she could become or what she is.
Both. She cannot figure out what she is. And she cannot figure out where she wants to go.
She knows she can't do it alone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Connections time.
Mm-hmm.
Where are the connections?
The connections.
What do they mean? Connections to souls.
Mm-hmm.
Past lives.
Mm-hmm.
Present lives.
Mm-hmm.
Future lives.
The future hasn't happened yet.
Do we know that?
The future can only happen in the limited senses being written. Anything further is hearsay.
Okay.
You heard them say it, huh?
Yeah.
See, listening to the poems brought me down a little bit, so Hold on a second whilst I wriggle myself up, pull myself up by my bootstraps.
Thank you.
That's fine. Okay. Now then, what we could say is that Bethany feels lonely. She's looking for companionship again.
So where do we take it from here? The next step up to her, I assume?
No. I'm going to make a suggestion, which I don't often make.
What do you do?
Call her tomorrow. Mm-hmm. You still have her telephone number?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Give her a call tomorrow. Don't make any promises or say anything. Just say that you enjoyed our company and appreciated the visit. Yeah. Leave it at that. That's if you get her answering machine.
Right.
And if you get her, say nice things and say basically what I just told you to say. That you enjoyed her company even though it was only a brief stay. How well she was looking, and so on.
That's only verbal.
Mhm.
But on the mental.
Generate friendship, love, understanding, welcome, all good positive things. May even give you a chance to practice with Croatian.
Yeah. How about on the far side?
Hail on the far side lane. Call her.
But don't go far side.
No, that's a taboo.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Far side into somebody's private space. So right when she's at school and work, get into her own bedroom. Naughty, naughty.
Okay. I didn't know that.
It was mentioned. It was mentioned.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure I
Mhm.
forgot. I'm glad to be reminded. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Yes, they're full of life. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy.
Okay. Thank you. For
Want to get rid of me, huh?
No, I'm just thanking you for your advice.
Oh, okay.
Um, benefits of wideband coercion.
Mm-hmm. As you were attempting this evening. Mm-hmm.
Big waste of energy on one person.
Uh-uh.
That's fine.
Yeah. Because it has opened up, even though you worked hard and achieved so little, it has laid the groundwork. Well, we have time to kill Tia and myself, and Omar, because two individuals have gone off and been very boring.
Oh, yeah, they have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hold on a second, I'm going to stick my fingers in Tia's ears. Omar's going to do it. She's been sent outside.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's concerning his workload. Mm-hmm.
And
You're going to start helping him. No. What we want him to do is to tell you verbally what he sees when he goes farsighted.
okay.
Okay. Now, when you come up here, you're going to make some of the reports.
Oh,
so that Cortron doesn't have to spend so long with Mr. Reconnaissance, Mr. Observer.
So you can spend more time with you and Tia.
Mm-hmm.
See you subtle ways.
Mm-hmm.
Very subtle. Like a hurricane.
Mm-mm.
Okay, it works for me. Good practice.
Mhm.
All.
Yeah, it'll teach you how to analyze information.
Analyze it.
Mm-hmm.
Put my skew on it.
Not necessarily put your point of view on it, but being able to relay information better using what's up in your cranium as a memory, enlarging your memory capacity. But when you are ready to do your own line of file setting, then you will be able to have full knowledge on how to process the information and to deliver the information.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When do we start?
When you wish.
After March next year.
Mm-hmm. Which will be whenever he does next asking.
I assume he's being filled in on this information at the same time I am.
I don't know.
Well, I'll fill him in.
Well, you know what the boss is like. Mm-hmm.
All right, it works for me.
So how was the charming, delightful lunch girl?
Sending some heavy vibes,
Mm-hmm.
heavy mental messages, heavy throwing on the shields in the best possible way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we're on a break here. We've got about to take a very major step in our
Mm-hmm.
back to projects again,
Mm-hmm.
which means we have a meta concert back online.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, so in other words, our settings become more important than ever now.
Yes. Funny how things like that work out, don't they?
Just amazing.
Mm-hmm. We kept our part of the deal.
She did. I'll keep running.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she did mention that quite a bit has gone on in her since her last time she sings. I imagine a lot of had to do with you guys.
Mm-hmm. We can neither confirm
Confirm
or
or
deny. He's back.
Oh, good.
Okay. Helping.
Of course she is.
Mm-hmm. But I'm going to hand over to Amal. Mm-hmm. And then Tia probably come back.
Bring you off? You can hang around for a
I'm
while.
going to hand over.
Great.
So, and I'm from
Well, this is a change of pace. I'm happy to see it.
Mm-hmm. Feel a lot better. I apologize for the last channeling session where I was a real grouch bag.
I like the time at the pool when you were just keep off, keep out, keep away.
Now, give me a break. I can't be like that all the time. If you were in my situation,
And I hope to never be.
mhm, you would be a grouch bag. Mind you, you girls, you'd grouch at the slightest thing.
Well, I'm so happy to hear you happy again.
Mm-hmm.
It's a joy. Thank you.
Later, dude.
Operating unit parameters.
Good.
Specify.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing, Omar? I know. Just say
Mm-hmm.
the message is clear.
Mm-hmm.
Things are moving fast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's the news?
Ah,
Ah.
okay. Demonstration over.
Yes.
Okay. Um, as was stated by Tia, the plans for this evening were changed. Um, partly because of the lateness of the hour. Um, partly because of the events that were planned. Don't we get a thanks for that from you?
Yes, you do. Thank you very much.
Unfortunately, certain individuals were not willing to cooperate at the appropriate time. Um, but still, it proves that not everybody is coercible
True.
all the time.
So what's the next step?
The next step, patience. Kerry was quite correct in what she said. Um, that is a good plan to follow.
It's good
For both of you. Both of you being a channeler as well. Don't say the same things, as it sounds too prearranged.
Right.
Independent operations at this time are the necessary forms of communication. We will continue our work, although a little less heavy-handed and more subtle.
I got it.
Yes, and we're also being distracted as well.
Only imagine.
Yes, we're not going to describe this in its.
I can understand.
But somebody's in for an interesting evening.
Organized.
Or he loves it.
Sex drive like a Ferrari.
Sorry.
Curie.
Oh yes, but I do not follow this analogy. Ferrari.
Ferrari, it's an automobile designed to travel at speeds in excess what's normal.
Ah, yes. But you will find that she will have to slow down as well. She has an extra passenger.
Backseat driver?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Let's see.
And somebody in the last session has a big mouth.
Good.
Yes. That is why she isn't channeling this evening. She is being reprimanded for having a big mouth. Because she made hints. Now then, changing subject slightly, we are going to start working out on propulsion for when the weather becomes more clement. As the weather has been a little bit cold. If we were to get mobile at this junction, the channeler wouldn't feel anything. However, because of the systems and everything, they would be affected by A, the motion, and B, the decrease in temperature, which could be harmful. So we will wait patiently and practice coordination.
Oh, what was the plan?
The plan is that whilst we talk, we're going to show off. Mm-hmm. We have done this in the past, and we are now going to continue our propulsion practices, or not, as the case may be,
Propulsion. What do you mean?
in the channel up.
Oh, moving his body around?
Mm-hmm. We're going to work up to it, though, nice and gently. Now, do you have questions for me? Okay.
Okay. Negative feedback that I do.
Mm-hmm. Which one?
Time frame today. Today's time frame. Correct. Negative feedback. Made progress. Any hint or any advice?
Just continue as per planned. Mm-hmm. Continue at your own necessary speed.
Okay. Now, my trip to London the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to continue that out, make it up to Edinburgh. I got
Okay.
Atlas, know now where Edinburgh is, and find the college,
Mm-hmm.
find out what's going on.
Yes.
Observe.
Mm-hmm.
Um, local stuff.
Okay. Where you want to look, right, to give you a little bit of help for the college at Edinburgh, is you look for, I presume they call it a mountain, although it isn't particularly high. And it has a rocky outcrop on it. And it is called Arthur's Seat. And then you proceed down from there, and there is a large park. And the university is just off from that park.
Should be easier to find.
Mm-hmm. It is almost on the other side from the castle, Edinburgh Castle.
Got a star chart. Learning my constellations.
Okay. Right.
And
Question time.
right.
Where is Beetlejuice?
Betelgeuse is next to Orion.
Hmm.
If you find the 3 stars in Orion's belt,
Mm-hmm.
it would be to the left of it,
Mm-hmm.
about 1 degree more or less,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the bright star,
What color?
red.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the one, the whole shape forms a kind of rectangular coffin-like box around the 3 stars. It would be the one on the left of that coffin.
The shoulder.
Correct.
Okay. Now a statement of fact. The other evening, you were involved in some interactive entertainment, and you gave the correct answer, correct?
Ah, yes, that's right.
Now, both of you were correct.
We were both correct.
Mhm.
So it was not only a black hole, but it was a
The question
supernova.
was worded badly.
Ah,
Should have been, what is the final stage a star achieves when it collapses upon itself? Instead of what is the last stage of a collapsing star? And the last stage of a collapsing star is a supernova. But the stage After the supernova, when all the fuel has been burnt up, the very final stage is a correct. So both of you were correct because of the wording of the question. So neither of you were wrong.
Okay.
Question just was worded poorly. Being very diplomatic, aren't we?
Very diplomatic. But since we got it right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was quite interesting. I had a lot of fun with that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next question.
Okay. But you or me.
You.
Now then, with these reports I'm going to be doing for Mark,
Mm-hmm.
I assume there'll be questions asked of me about being more detailed about the reports.
Yes.
Okay. And this will be Corton that'll be doing the question.
Mm-hmm. So best behaviour, no Mr. Smarty Pants.
That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Say it was you, well, probably.
Well, I'm not very good on deep analytic work, and when I say deep, I mean deep, and that's as deep as I can go.
Right. Being as I haven't been really deeply questioned by Corton yet,
Mm-hmm.
what can I expect?
Just the best way to describe it, looking for an analogy, would be sticking your head in a vice and tightening it up.
Good. That's pleasant.
Why do you think the channel enjoys it so much?
Okay. That's good practice for me.
Yes. Be good practice for your understanding and enlightenment.
Okay. Now, one problem I have is
Mm-hmm.
I don't have Mark's,
Military background.
no, stamina.
Mm-hmm.
My time spent up there.
That is why we're saying that it will be deep. It will also be fast.
Ah, good.
And it doesn't matter if you deliver the information in bits and pieces, as long as the information is delivered.
Okay, good. Because I know he can spend a couple hours up there and then time translate back.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas me, I'm doing real time 20, 30-minute jumps
Yeah.
max.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how much information I can impart in that time period.
You will be surprised how much will be drawn out of you.
Okay.
Some of it will be read, some of it will be verbal.
Good. Now, we were discussing last time a possible power surge
Mm-hmm.
needed to increase my stamina. This would be the power negative feedback loop power burst that T and I were discussing.
Yes.
Okay. So when do I do that? When I'm down here preparing to go up, or once I get
Yes.
up there?
Yes.
Down here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I notice when we do our negative loops up there,
Mm-hmm.
they have more energy.
So we might start off with, to give you coaching, do them up here
Okay.
and down there.
I was going to suggest possibly starting up there
Mm-hmm.
so I could have better practice for working down here.
We will do them at both locations.
Good. That works out great. Okay. Question about the recent dental experience.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell happened?
Yes. Pregnant women get carried away occasionally.
Is that what that was?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody let her in there, or she just kind of walked in herself, I take it.
What do you think?
She forced her way in.
As would we let somebody that lively and that mischievous and all the other things that she was at the time?
Time.
Mm-hmm. Question.
Yes.
She has been referred to as yo-yo knickers. What
Yeah.
is that?
I would assume being able to drop her pants at the drop of a hat.
Ah, yes. Up and down.
Right.
Hmm. Okay.
Yes, it's analogies to.
Mm-hmm. Next question.
Got a friend of mine at work
Mm-hmm.
that is going to travel to various parts of Europe,
Mm-hmm.
England, France, Germany, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And what I suggested to him today, we were discussing astral projection,
Mm-hmm.
and suggested that I would try to track down some pubs on the street where he would be staying that he could check out to verify my accuracy,
Mm-hmm.
being as he has
An interest, but is very very sorry, I cannot find the word.
uh, unbelievable, maybe.
Pretty close, that will do.
So anyway, we're going to try to possibly spark not only some more interest, but a belief.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's my goal I've set for myself.
Yes. And how are you going to proceed?
Well, I'm going to look up a street map of London.
No. With this person.
Oh, basically, I'm going to just take it real easily. He has no idea of how I'm getting the information except that I'm astral projecting and told him I got the method from a magazine.
Mm-hmm.
But give him basically the info of what to look for.
Mm-hmm.
And if he finds it's right, I'll let the rest do its own work.
Okay. So you're going to proceed with caution.
Right.
Okay. That is what we wanted to know. Next question.
Oh, okay. Navigation.
Mm-hmm.
We discussed that at a point previously.
Mm-hmm.
But now, in dealing with navigation of streets on a Earth city such as London,
Mm-hmm.
how exactly is that accomplished?
You get up above the streets, you find on one of your charting devices, you find a reference point, and presumably they have different types of buildings marked with different signs, and you travel down the chosen path from above and look for a likely target. Now, presumably, to make life easier for you, you need a road map. Okay? And the best place would be in a local bookshop in the international travel section. Probably second shelf.
So I come down onto the street, travel the street, and look for road signs.
Yeah, that might be the best bet.
So I have to find one particular street
Mm-hmm.
and a particular pub on the street.
Mm-hmm.
And go inspect it.
Okay. Next question.
Okay. Going to Sirius.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to set up a time with Tia
Mm-hmm.
where we can make a trip.
Okay. How Okay. Farsighting. Lesson 5. February the 17th?
Correct.
10 something?
11:25.
Oh, 11:25 then. Yes, a little bit work trying to figure out your time.
Well, let's try to figure out our time of day. Congratulations. How are you doing? Very well.
Hmm. Oh, having fun, you know.
Well, that's good.
Did you enjoy our little trip?
I enjoyed our trip very much.
Mm-hmm.
And not the most exciting place in the world. I'm sure it has its up moments.
Mm-hmm. They know how to party when they want to.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm. Okay, down to business.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Questions, please.
Okay, today I was trying farsighting,
Mm-hmm.
fell asleep,
Mm-hmm.
woke back up.
Mm-hmm.
I found my astral body about a foot up over my real body
Mm-hmm.
at a 90-degree angle.
Mm-hmm.
And for once, this is one time when I had completely disassociated in everything.
Mm-hmm.
It scared me so bad I had to jump back into my body real quick. How come?
Because you weren't expecting that disassociation, that, to use a Japanese word, mu, which means nothing.
Uh,
Mm.
so that is what it would feel like normally
Mm-hmm.
when I dissociate.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how did you enjoy it?
Scarier than hell.
Mm-hmm. The first time, I'm led to believe it is, but my first time was a long time ago. Eons and eons and eons ago. That's kidding.
But it's educational. So,
Mm-hmm.
kind of weird though. It kind of, instead of coming up through the body, as if my body had popped right up and out, straight out, and then angled somehow or another.
Yeah.
But why did it happen when I came up out of sleep? I had no control over it. I didn't want it or didn't will it that way. It was like that. Is that because my mind was set towards that?
Probably.
So my body kind of
Mm-hmm.
cooperated.
Yeah. That you weren't fully asleep. Your subconscious was not disengaging from your conscious, so that the command had been given, and your subconscious cooperated with your conscious. Meshing these two together is pretty hard to do, isn't it?
Real hard.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Takes practice.
Okay. Now, this evening we're going to be working on emergency procedures, if I remember right.
Unfortunately, no. No, because Court and Mark have gone off to discuss. I don't know what they discuss.
Well, what's the subject tonight? Just basic refinements?
Mm-hmm. We have with us tonight the Honourable Lady Curie, the Honourable Lady Cara,
Ah.
and the Right Honourable Sir Amal.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now about our trip the other night.
Okay.
Alright. So, any pointers in that?
You're still bleeding energy quite a bit,
Yeah.
which is useful for some people, but unuseful for yourself. That you need to be much more focused. Making that break would be much more helpful. Finding yourself as you did this morning out of your body like that would have been extremely beneficial. If I'd been notified, I could have helped you, but,
Well,
alas.
alas, alas.
Mm-hmm.
It was surprising for me too.
Mm-hmm.
But Mark says he's going to help me with some of the refined details, making that separation
Mm-hmm.
at some point.
Okay. Okay. When are you planning to discuss this? Because we would like to join in.
Um, Hopefully, ramen.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know if he's going to be up for it tonight afterwards, but
Mm-hmm.
he might have to look up for tomorrow night. So.
We'll see what happens.
Okay. I'll try to notify you once more.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now then, we're going to go over the basics again.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, you get into a nice, relaxed position, i.e. a reclined position or a semi-reclined sitting position, whichever is comfortable for yourself.
Okay.
Okay. Now, it doesn't matter in which order you do the breathing routine or shutting your chakras off. It doesn't really matter as long, not your chakras, the switches on your legs.
All right.
I always get that, and don't I?
Yeah.
Because I don't have to think about it. But it doesn't matter if you do your legs or the deep breathing. It doesn't matter in which order you do it, as long as it is done.
Okay.
And then feeling yourself get lighter and lighter until you're drifting out of your body. And then you focus on the desired point that you wish to travel to.
Right.
And then gradually accelerating, you leave your surroundings and head off in the desired direction, picking up fuel or energy for whatever purpose that you wish. If you wish to accelerate, you have extra fuel that you can use to boost yourself. Having arrived at your destination, you use the gravitational field to slow yourself down. Or you can use it as a slingshot to fire you off onto your next point. Mm-hmm. Now, returning, for example, let's say you are orbiting planet orbiting Sirius, the one that we visited the other day. You rotate around it with the gravitational rotation of the planets, maybe 2 or 3 times until it flicks you off in your desired direction using a slingshot effect. You return back to your body and re-enter it, activating the switches so that you are now whole again. Unless, of course, you're a smarter person and do a time translation, and then you're not whole until the allotted time is over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any questions?
I got two.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one, I have a problem with my ribs. Why, if I lay on my back for too long, they start to really hurt. And thinking, what if maybe this sitting up position might be better for it?
Okay, you could try that. It is a matter of experimenting on how you feel in whichever position that you wish.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
The other thing is, when we came in to Sirius, I noticed that we came over the top of Sirius
Mm-hmm.
and kind of dove into the gravity well on the other side
Mm-hmm.
to slow ourselves down.
Yeah.
That was kind of unusual.
Everybody has their own techniques that they use. I use I use a number of different techniques. It amuses you that I have difficulty with worms occasionally?
Something like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've got to remember English isn't my native language.
Why you pick it up, though?
Mm-hmm. I try hard.
Now then, what was the difference between, let's say, the far sighting we did, where I was bleeding energy all over the place, and the far sighting or the out of body this morning? One bleeded, one didn't.
Correct. One is of a more pure nature. The other is more of a rough and ready nature.
Right. But my problem I find is that to get to the point I reached this morning,
Mm-hmm.
I have to be fairly somnolent.
Yes, it is handy to be in a nice, relaxed state of mind, but not a drug-induced state of mind,
Right.
because that lacks the control. You lose your control then.
Right.
You want to go one way, and the next minute you want to go another way, and you can get very disorientated and be hampered and even harm yourself.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now then. So, what I need to do is maintain a tighter focus on my purpose.
Yes. When you start to travel, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. You have to be very focused. You could focus on your crystal if you want, but when you transport, you take it with you, correct?
Right.
So you could hold it out in front of you and focus on it, and also at the same time use your energy. Kind of hold your arms out in front of you with your crystal between your fingers, as if you were in a dive from a diving board.
Hmm. Okay. I see. Kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, you get the idea?
Right. And then follow it up.
Mm-hmm. Keeping it in front of you until it becomes unnecessary to use it. And use it like that instead of using it as a power source and to comfort it and a focusing point. You can use it just as a power source.
Hmm.
But you don't use that much power from it because you collect quite a bit of power on your own energy and the energy of the surrounding environment.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to put myself into a trance mode, is there something besides the basics you gave me to help out there?
You could try experimenting with different techniques. You could try the Zen technique, which I know nothing of. Uh, you could try Hindus or what's that religion in the high mountains of the Himalayas?
Buddha?
Buddhism?
Buddhism?
I think it's a form of Buddhism. You could try the Native American technique. There are so many different techniques that you can try.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Research.
Yes, research. More and more and more. And just when you think that you can't do any more research,
More coming.
mm-hmm. Keep you busy, don't we?
You do. Hold on 1 second. Let me check something.
Incy Wincy Spider went climbing up the spout. Down came the rain and washed poor Incy out. There once was a lady. No, I can't remember how that one goes. There was a young man from Kosham who took out his false teeth to wash them. His wife said, "Oh, Jack, if you don't put them back, I'll stamp on the buggers and swash them." Um, How many Wookiees does it take to screw in a light bulb? None. They get somebody else to do it for them.
Oh god.
How many space pilots does it take to screw in a light bulb? 20. First of all, they have to have a committee meeting to discuss the best ways to unscrew the first one. I can't say that one.
Okay.
That one's very rude and disgusting.
No.
But it amuses me.
Oh god. That's a good one though. You make this episode?
Mm-hmm.
It's very good.
Yeah. I do have other talents apart from wiggling my hips, being a little bit of a farsighter, and learning about healing.
A guide extraordinaire.
Mm-hmm. Talented, aren't I?
Okay, so I'll work on trance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, that's all the questions I've got.
Okay. Now then, let me think. You'll have to excuse the wearing sound, that's me trying to think. Parties.
Or two.
Well, party. Scheduled for, I believe it is a Saturday, not this one, but next one.
Right.
Okay, which is February.
So
Mm-hmm. Right on your.
amazing coincidence.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. It's going to be an informal affair. So bring yourself and what you're wearing, or what you want to wear.
Right.
There will be food laid out. We are trying to talk certain hairy individuals into playing music.
Excellent.
They have some questions for you as well, which they will probably corner you and ask you about.
Something about snowboarding, probably.
Probably. Don't think we'll have any flowers this time. Well, certain individuals get carried away with them, don't they? The garden will be open for entertainment.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. And I should try to behave myself.
Uh-oh.
Not.
Okay, so that'll be sort of far-sighting practice.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Okay.
Well, I can't wait to see your self-flare at the time.
Mm-hmm. I have got to go and pick an outfit out as well.
You will be staying longer this time, won't you?
Well, it depends what happens. I mean, at the moment, I can't have my fun. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, but in a couple of days I'll be able to have as much fun as I want.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Not pretty good.
Well, no. Yeah, certainly individuals who are going to have a lot of fun. Okay. Right. Let me see. Any more questions I have for you? No. No. Well, I'm being prodded to answer a question that you asked earlier on. Hold on a second, I'll get the answer. Okay. The reason why Ashtar will not go solid damages then, wherever, is because, let's hope I can get it right, that he has a lot to do, and it would be a waste of time to come to your dimension to satisfy the curiosity of a small minority.
True.
And what would be achieved by doing this?
Right. So he can, though.
Presumably.
Presumably. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, that's nice.
Okay. Now then, have you contacted, I'm acting as a relay,
Okay.
have you contacted, guess who?
Death monster.
Mm-hmm.
Bethany, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, we did contact her. I called her the next day. Mark called her the day back.
Okay, and did she respond?
Neither call. She was
Mhm. She's having time to mull it over, and she's a busy young lady.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we're still back where we were.
Time. Time that's the snowman.
We got plenty of it.
Yeah. That's not right though, is it? Stitch in time saves the cat. No.
Stitch in time saves none.
Stitch in time saves the snowman.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I'm having fun, aren't I? Just amusing myself.
Um,
Do you want me to sing for you?
yes, please.
Yeah. Let me think. Oh. I can get this right. Hello, Jacko, hello, Jacko, dans mes vues, sono Valentine, dang, dong, ding, dang, dong, ding.
Good.
Ah, merci bien, monsieur.
The French version indeed.
Oui, je m'appelle Tia. Vous s'appelle Russell.
Je parle français magnifique.
C'est bon. J'ai parlé en français pour, euh, pour moi. Vous parlez en français un peu,
Un petit.
un petit peu. Okie
Thank you to you.
It amuses you that I'm multilingual.
Well multilingual.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Well, shows the grasp of Mark's facilities.
Mm-hmm. It is hard work, believe me.
I don't believe it.
Okay. It's time for me to sit on the sidelines and watch what's going on. So I'm going to step out and then step out again. And I am going to sit in the corner and watch. Or try to.
How fun.
Mm-hmm. Greeting was being told.
It's Cara.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing?
Fine. And you will be joined shortly by a young lady that is going far-sighting.
Ah, she is dropping off for a visit.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Wonder where she'll stop by.
Find out.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
It's going to take her a few seconds. She's not a master far-sighted like some people.
Right. Not me.
Okay. Do you have questions for me?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've managed to try a trick today. You might have noticed, I was there on a ski lift.
Mm-hmm.
How successful was that for your end of it?
Not that.
Not bad.
No. But
It was only a try.
practice makes perfect.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was trying to get kind of a uh, split.
Connection.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of awareness in two different places at once.
That is why it is so hard.
It's very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't try, it's nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Correct. If you always play it safe, then what?
Right. But I'll keep trying, keep working at it. Um, it's kind of new. What else can I do to kind of enhance that possibly?
Practice, negative feedback loop, patience, determination, and knowledge of the game.
The answer I wasn't expecting.
Mm-hmm. These can meaningful.
Meaningful idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you get a chance to monitor a certain individual within the night here in the magic
Not me personally.
room? Who was monitored?
Presumably.
This is an interesting encounter to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
Still a little weird about it though. We don't exactly know what or why that happened.
These things happen.
It seemed like it was a karmic kind of payback, you might say.
Possibly. Okay, next question.
Alright. Trying to figure out a way to set up a energy field in my aura
Mm-hmm.
that would work, or in my shields, that would work on enhancing my farsight along with everything else.
You should have asked who then.
I know.
I'm a healer, not a farsighter.
Well, that's why I'm asking you about this, because it has to do with working with the aura within the shields.
Mm-hmm.
There's a way to program the aura to be like,
A battery to get charged by
Right.
energy.
yeah, that's kind of it.
That's a hard one. It's a little out of my field. My field is more the physical body, not the astral.
Oh,
I can heal quite a few things. I can fix quite a few things. I can do quite a lot, but when it comes to the astral body, that's not my line of work. I'm more into physical things. Yeah, how did I do that?
left, right leg.
Yeah, but how did I do it?
I assume you hit the right button.
Hmm.
Good when he deals with physical body.
Yeah, but I normally just use the vocal system.
Well, it seems everybody's kind of been playing with the body lately. Maybe you just hit on one of the recently used ones.
Possibly. I better be careful where I put my fingers.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Last question.
Okay.
How's it far?
Mischievous.
At least you know.
Mm-hmm.
So she's able to kind of get on her knees now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's kind of a nice trick for her.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So are you expecting this rapid growth?
Yeah, she's a little bit more rapid than I anticipated.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she was an experiment.
Yeah, true. True.
You have to figure there's going to be some kind of
Mm-hmm.
differences.
But I'm so used to a pretty regular set pattern that infants go through. And she seems to be a little bit ahead in some things and way ahead in others. When she's old enough, I think she's going to become a real master farsighter. Possibly a strong coercer. Maybe not as strong as little sis. Farsight would probably be just above Tia's range. And she is there, I think. Can you see her? Can you feel her? Or is she being stealth?
I think she's behind me.
Okay. Well, if she's there, then she's there. She's definitely not here. Well, physically she is,
Right.
but spiritually and mentally, yeah, she's not here. Oh well, let's carry on. When are you going to try to go solid?
Well, I was told not to try until we went through the emergency procedures.
Oh yes, of course.
So I can't even work on practicing yet until we get that down.
Mr. Corton is busy.
Yes, I know.
I do have so much I want to discuss and do with you.
Well, I'm set with the procedures.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I can't put them into effect yet.
Okay.
But I know what to look for.
Wants to go swimming with you and sunbathing and all sorts of interesting things.
Well, today I've got my closest point yet
Mm-hmm.
going at least toward a solid point.
Yeah.
Separating my body
Mm-hmm.
completely than the fusion. So it's kind of like a guideline for me. I'm kind of anxious to keep practicing on that.
Okay.
See what happens. In the meantime, I'm probably going to practice getting into the trance mode to where I can just get my body up and out like I did this morning.
Well, that's good. Okay, I'm going to have to go off because I've got two things to do. One is to change the dirty, whatever it is. What do you call them? Diapers?
Nappies.
Nappies. So, I'm going to leave you in the hands of whomever is going to be available for the next little bit of chit-chat or information or whatever. And presumably that is 11 o'clock?
12.
Ooh. 12. Mm-hmm. So,
Farewell, Tara. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
bye.
Hi, Jerry. I was worried when you do that. Alright, what's up?
What's up? What's up? You know. I know.
Well, you're in a good mood.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, is Tia here, I take it?
Mm-hmm. And she's sitting in for her amusement, and when all three of us are going to head down to have a snowball fight, and then they're going skiing.
Oh, be careful where you get hit.
How I can repel things.
Okay. You say you're a pretty big target.
Thanks.
Just don't turn sideways. The side door of a Kiri.
Listen here, Buster. If I could move things, I'd come over and stitch your legs together. I'd manifest for you. Needle and cotton.
I feel pretty safe.
Mm-hmm. Think yourself lucky.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, looking forward to our party coming up.
Not in my current condition.
Well, yeah, you're not going to be a party animal. So,
No. I've got 2 months and 1 week.
Yay!
And 3 days.
Yay!
Mm-hmm.
Counting them off the calendar.
Yep. I'm short, I think, is the expression that was used earlier on.
So what else is up, Kiri?
Between me, you, and the gate close, I think Tia's getting, what's the word, broody?
Broodmare.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She's getting impatient. And guess who will not let her?
Kudos.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's because they're not compatible genetically. Probably are compatible. I haven't seen the reports. It's probably that they don't want her to at this stage because she's such a youngster.
Well, they probably want to see the results from you and see if they're viable. At that point, you're next, or she's next.
You think so?
I think
I
so.
like my current condition. Maybe I'll go then.
That's not what you were saying 2 weeks ago.
No, I didn't say that I hated my current condition.
No,
I didn't say that I hated mine.
no.
I just said that it made me feel uncomfortable.
You're saying
Sensitive.
I can't witness to the top.
True, but I don't have that menstrual problem. I don't get mean for 3 or 4 days at a time.
That's true. That's 9 weeks of
9 months.
9 months of pleasure.
Had a bit of pleasure. But that, it's only maybe 2 days at a time instead of 3, 4, even 5 days. Don't catch me.
True.
Mm-hmm. So which is better? And when I'm in a good mood, I can do it whenever I want to.
True.
Don't get much better than that, can you?
Why you have to put up all these pregnant jokes for me?
I can pick up with those, Mr. Invisible Man when you stand sideways.
Well, you wait for the party. It's going to be a fun time.
Mm-hmm. I'll be there.
We're going to have a party and dancing, good food.
And I'll just sit on the sidelines and talk with anybody that wants to talk with the little hooligan. And probably have to babysit as well. So Clara can talk with him. She's getting very centered. Not so much a little mind anymore.
Really? More verbal, you might say?
More verbal mentally instead of just one word or 2 words. It's a sentence.
Well, I know. She's picking up stuff quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I hope she likes this one. She probably will.
I think so.
It'll be a little plaything for her.
Yeah, I think they'll be real close to development-wise.
Mm-hmm. And guess what I know?
What?
I know what it is.
You do? Is this information we can pass on to the tape recorder?
Right. My mom says it's okay, but you know. I know.
Well, I know what it is, too.
You think so, huh?
I know so.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one thing it could be.
It's my choice what it is.
Which means there's only one thing it could be.
Mm-hmm.
You, who I said was such a logical girl,
Mm-hmm.
would choose one of the most logical decisions to do.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no question.
So what do you think it is?
It's a boy.
Help out.
Are you so transparent?
Probably if I could do Tia's thing, I would be that transparent. It is a logical, deductive reasoning.
It is very logical.
Mm-hmm.
Very logical. No.
But I actually, to tell the truth, had no choice anymore, so nor did anybody else.
Well, yes, but with the gene pool that you guys are working with, there's only one thing it could have been.
No, it wasn't, you are going to have a boy. It was, is it going to be a boy? Is it going to be a girl? Or do you want us to make sure it's a boy? And it was, see what happens. And this is what it is.
Yes, but your mind that all the time was saying, what?
What I wanted and what happened are two totally different things.
So,
I try not to exert an influence over it. What I wanted and what I got are the same thing. But there was that certain amount of, is it going to be, or is it not going to be?
so subconsciously, you wouldn't be able to have any control over.
No, the subconscious cannot.
Oh,
So I try to be as unbiased as possible.
but now with karmic implications,
Mm-hmm.
the offspring would choose his parents.
Yeah.
In this case, his parents.
Mm-hmm.
And so he would know
Mm-hmm.
pretty much the way the future would be set up to plan